He'd set the logbook aside and headed straight to his apartment to pack a small travel bag. Then he had gone directly to the airport. He had no time to tell Akira that he wouldn't be meeting to the Gant at Rico or cancel the lunch plans he'd made with the girls he'd met and laundromat the day before. He wasn't sure he'd been able to successfully cancel the date by phone anyway, since she spoke about as much English as he spoke Japanese. Upon landing in Tokyo, he found a car waiting for him with instructions that included both the name of the hotel where he was staying, the park here at Tokyo, and the place where he was supposed to be meeting Karnin, the Sakura Hostess Bar. He'd balked initially at the idea of seeing Karnin for the first time in 2 years at a hostess bar, but in retrospect it wasn't that surprising. Over the past 3 months, he'd learned a fair amount about Japanese business culture, and he knew that such clubs were an integral part of doing business in Japanese way. Despite getting directions from the concierge at the hotel, he still managed to get lost 3 times trying to find his way down the narrow crooked streets of Roppongi district. Neither the blinding rain nor the fact that there was Friday night in the hottest party district in the world had helped matters. He had to push his way through the crowds of drunk Japanese businessmen, American ceramics, and tourists from all over the Asian hemisphere. Throughout the short journey from the hotel, he had noticed how much more confident he felt than when he had first found himself alone in Japan. The past 3 months he'd been a whirlwind, to be sure, but he could tell that he'd begun to change. He was getting his legs, as Akira would put it. He was beginning to see where he fit in. He was on his way to becoming a trader. 3 weeks earlier, he'd made his tentative proprietary trade under Karni's supervision, of course. 3 times since then, he'd used the streaming buy and sell orders on his terminal to spot arbitrage opportunities, and he had made the trades himself, selling contracts and buying them back on ship. Karni had encouraged him to continue thinking like a prop trader, even though he wasn't yet allowed to live like one. 3 months, and he was already on his way. On Wall Street, in 3 months, he'd mastered the photocopy machine and the art of getting a coffee maker to spit out the right combination of grounds and boiled water. Setting his joy against the rain, he reached for the door. An invited scene of perfume and electronically warmed air swept out toward him, and he quickly stepped out of the rain into a thickly carpeted foyer. He immediately noticed red velvet walls and low-hanging chandeliers. The decor was somehow upscale and seedy at the same time. There were mirrors to his left and glass humidor on his right. Ahead was a small reception desk in front of a pair of packed black glass swinging doors. A middle-aged Japanese woman sat at the desk, manicured hands clasped in front of her. Her dark hair was piled high on her head, and she wore an oyster blue traditional Chinese queue fast at the neck.